want to share with you about a small trip. I went to Paraty, in the south of Rio de Janeiro. I've done two very different activities there that I must tell you about. For one day, I escaped the earth to take the sea, a day where I've seen such beautiful places that is now engraved in my memory. For the second, I was told that there is beautiful waterfalls hidden in the jungle, with never-ending hikes that leads to the deep forest. I was curious about those sayings and wanted to verify myself. I've done a boat tour and a hike at Paraty, a known destination for tourists craving for leisure and nature beauty. And I'll tell you in this video how it was and what you need to know if you do it too. I decided to go to Paraty for 3 days. Paraty is a known destination nowadays, a city that has grown thanks to tourism. It's a rich city when you walk around the center and you see a lot of fancy shops. So I wanted a cool Airbnb with nice vibes, with places to work and socialize during the day and at night. It has a beautiful garden and an amazing pool. If you're interested in the Airbnb, tell me in the comment and I will share it with you. Unfortunately, I arrived at the wrong time. In March, I wasn't aware of that, but it rains. And a lot. I arrived at the evening and it rained all night long. I was concerned if I would be able to have fun on my boat tour. I didn't even know if I could do this boat tour, so I had to wait for the next morning and see how it was. One main activity to do in Paraty is to go on a boat for a day and visiting beaches and lagoon. After this night raining non-stop, I wake up still not knowing if I could go on this boat tour. My schedule was tight, and it was either today or never. Fortunately, the clouds weren't that grey, and I decided to jump on a boat tour trip for the day, hoping that it wouldn't rain. There is many companies that propose this kind of activity. You saw many travel agencies in the center, and later at some spots we weren't the only boat sailing around. I went with one of the most famous travel company, Paraty Tour, and I booked the Ilias Paradisiacas tour on the same day, 30 minutes before it was leaving. I think many people did that on this day, waiting to see if it was worth it with this weather. I'll put in the description the tour details from the site directly if you're interested. The people on the boat was heteroclite. We were a majority of couples and small groups of friends or family. We were all along well, but that wasn't really the case with a bigger group of tourists. They were originated from the European Eastern countries. They were already drunk like crazy at 11 a.m. and shouting louder and louder. I'm not talking about the women. 4 or 5 wives were living their best lives, but ruining the whole boat and the whole vibe, while their husbands were very, very chill. So it was really because of the wives. So yeah, you don't choose the people that comes with you. It's quite a big boat, so you have to accept that there is people that you don't get along with. And this one was quite a big boat. It's 80 people, but I must say I was quite happy to be on this one, as we weren't packed like crazy. We weren't 80 people on that boat that day. But that was the case for other boats we saw. There were so many people, it looks like they couldn't even move or walk a bit on these boats. With this travel tour, you go on various places. When it's lagoon or beaches, the boat stops in the middle of the sea and it's up to you to do the activity of the place or not. You can stay on the boat if you want. When we stop at some lagoon, it's to see the fishes nearby. So bring or rent some snorkeling equipment. It's vital for those points if you really want to enjoy the place. When we stop near beach, we go either swimming till the coast or taking a small speedboat. When you choose to swim there, it's something like just 5 minutes. The boat just stopped nearby the beach, it's not very far away. So it's really like if you want to wet yourself or not. On our boat, they have a kitchen and you can eat on the boat. You can bring your own food, but they do decent price on classical meal, the famous plato feito. Of course, they also have a bar where you can ask for the best caipirinha. On each spot, we stay between 30 to 50 minutes. Each location has its particular beauty. You see a range of beautiful landscapes during this trip. This whole region is very well preserved, and you can feel the jungle is still very wild and few people living there. Sometimes you see houses on the coastlines. It's either a hotel that you can book and stay a few days there, or fishermen that live there the whole year. But apart from that, not so many other type of people or houses exist there. As I already told you, we weren't alone on the sea. There's many travel agencies in Paraty that propose this kind of activity. Not everyone follow the same route, but at some point you always see some other boats. The big ones are made of wood. It's a boat called escuna. That's the type of boat I was on. You see few of them during the day. Oftenly you see smaller ones. It's more like a speedboat, kinda, with few people, just like the one I took at Ilha Grande for a day trip around the islands. You can check this video up in the corner if you're interested. The good thing is that Paraty Tour, the travel agency I booked, has its own escuna boat. While that may not be the case for smaller travel agencies that may pack everyone in one big escuna boat. At least that was my feeling when I saw this huge escuna boat full of people with 2 floors. I'm really glad I wasn't on this one. For sure that wouldn't have been the same trip. To sum up a little bit this experience, this whole day was super nice. I'm coming back with beautiful images in my mind, with nice memories. At the end I was lucky with the weather, it didn't rain at all, and even it was pretty sunny. The only downside I could say was the people, just it wasn't the same vibe as us. But yeah, that's life, that's the way it is. So it was a nice day activity that I definitely recommend for everyone going to Paraty. If you like this video, if you learned something or seen some beautiful images, subscribe to the channel, it really helps me to continue that. The second activity I could recommend in Paraty is to go check on the waterfalls and doing a small cachaça tour nearby Paraty. Paraty is surrounded by hills or mountains with luxury vegetation, often on the clouds, and therefore with this combo you have a lot of waterfalls all around the city. So I decided to go check few ones out of tens, if not hundreds, in this region. I went by Uber to Engenheiro Douro, that's a very small city, and that's where you have few interesting things all at once. A beautiful and long waterfalls, hike starting points, and a famous cachaça farm called Alambique. I I started with the waterfalls. I arrived early at Ingeniero Duro. The Uber dropped me at the church Nossa Senhora da Penha. It's a very small church, quite impressive because it's on the top of a rock. So that's where the path starts to go to the waterfalls of Tuboga. It's 5-minute walk and you arrive next to the river. And every 50 meters you have long, small, high waterfalls. It's a series of it that give the place a really nice vibe. You have a bridge there that you can cross. It's really nice, really funny. And on the other side, there is a restaurant, the Tarzan, and even various hotels. I didn't sleep there, but that gave me the desire to. Once you've seen this place, it looks like really nice to sleep there in this forest and surrounded by waterfalls. While filming this bridge, it was a bit funny. We make a friend, this cute little dog. He wanted to follow us till to Paraty. The waterfalls were pretty high and turbulent as it rained a lot over the past days. From there, you can continue on many paths to do some hike. I took a random one, hoping to see more waterfalls, but I soon realized that the path was going further and further from the river. Nevertheless, the walk was beautiful. It's very impressive to see such a luxury jungle all around you. I've seen birds with quite bright colors like huge red and some hummingbirds, beautiful small birds. Those ones only exist in South America. So it wasn't a loss after all. After seeing the waterfalls and the hike, I went to eat to the Alambique de Ingeniero Duro, a really good place with a self-service. And they also make the cachaça there, where you can taste various types of cachaça and also buy some and bring some souvenir. So it's a really nice side activity. My advice would be to come as early as possible, because at midday there were already a lot of people at this waterfall I went to and also at the cachaça place. So the earlier, the better. To sum up a little bit this video, I do recommend you to go to Paraty. It's a nice place to go, maybe more for couples than friend group. If that's the case, then Ilha Grande may be better. I'll do a video on that, so subscribe to the channel to not miss it. If you go to Paraty, try to avoid March. It's known in the region it's a month where it rains a lot. If you have time to do many activities, go on a boat tour and have fun and go to the jungle doing hikes and learn on beautiful waterfalls. If you have not so many times, better do the boat first. You see more things and go to various places all at once. If you already went to Paraty, what activity have you done that I didn't mention here? Write it in the comments, I'm very curious about it. And for everyone, thank you very much for watching this video till the end. I hope you've learned something or had fun watching it. If that's the case, like the video to let me know. And to everyone, I will see you in the next one. Thank you, ciao ciao.